Hi, I'm Pete from WR Davies in Stafford, and today we're going to take an in-depth look at the Citroen SpaceTourer, Citroen's large MPV, available in 3 different lengths and anything between 5 and 9 seats. It's based on the award-winning dispatch van, and as you know, Citroen are all about comfort, practicality and connectivity. They started all those foundations years ago with the Zara Picasso, the original MPV, and this only builds on that even further. Let's go and take a closer look. As you'd expect from such a practical vehicle, there's endless technology and connectivity items in this car to help you out. Here on the dashboard, we've got the 7-inch touchscreen, really easy interface to use, and there are loads of handy features in here. For example, we've got Citroen Connected Nav. It's a 3D navigation system, and it's linked to the TomTom database to give you live traffic updates, fuel pricing, weather information, and various other features. As well as that, you've got the mirror screen functions, so you can link your smartphone, whether it's an iPhone or an Android, to the vehicle using the USB port, and you can mirror certain applications from your phone onto the touchscreen and use them integrated with the vehicle. As well as that, you've got your DAB digital radio, lots of radio stations in there you can listen to. You've got Bluetooth connectivity for both telephone and media streaming, so you can make and take telephone calls hands-free, nice and safe, and also you can play music off your phone through the Bluetooth if you wish to. You've also got vehicle settings that you can switch on and off, and various other systems are integrated into the touchscreen, including the reversing camera, which pops up on there nice and clear when you select reverse gear. We've also got dual zone digital climate control. Up front, the left side and the right side have their own separate temperature controls, so the driver and the front passenger can adjust the temperature differently if they wish to. Then, going towards the back of the vehicle, we've also got this separate ceiling control panel here, and this has air conditioning functions built into it as well. So, the rear seat passengers have got access to their own temperature and their own fan speed, which they can set as they want to. There's also a separate vent for every single person, so they can all control where the airflow is going, if at all. And then going back up front, this button here allows the driver to decide whether the rear air conditioning controls work or not, so the passengers in the back may have control or not, depending on what the driver wishes. As well as those handy features, there's lots of other things available in the vehicle to help you out. There's electric sliding rear doors in the Flare model, and the driver can control these from these buttons on the dashboard here to open and close. We've also got keyless entry and start, so the driver can get in and out of the vehicle, start and stop the engine without having to find the keys. Around the steering wheel here, we've got controls for Bluetooth, we've got controls for the cruise control and speed limiter, and then the semi-automatic gearbox here has a manual function, so these paddles behind the wheel will change up and down gears as you need to. We've got auto lights and automatic wipers as well. We've got a heads-up display in the front of the dashboard here that displays some very handy features. And then up here, there's this second rear-view mirror known as the child observation mirror, which has been taken from the original C4 Picasso MPV that Citroen built many years ago. On the side of the vehicle, we've got electrically opening sliding doors on either side, standard on the Flare model. And then inside, I'm going to show you just how easy it is to use the seating configurations and how versatile they can be. Both sets are on rails, so we have 2 rows of seats, each with 3 seats. There's 1 bench and 1 single on that side. And as you can see, they will slide forward and backwards very easily using the bar underneath. You can also fold the backrest down, just like that. And these seats can also be removed altogether by using the release function at the back here. With being able to remove the seats altogether, you can change them into lots of different configurations. And then, for example, you have our business lounge edition of the SpaceTourer, which has 4 larger seats that face each other in a conference setup with a table in the middle. As well as that, there's lots of other handy little features available. You've got tray tables on the backs of the front seats here, nets as well to store various items away, and then you've got a panoramic roof in the top here, also standard on the Flare, and that's separated by that ceiling control panel for the aircon, as we mentioned earlier on. And lastly, we have Isofix child seat fixing points on all 6 of the seats in the back here. Here at the back of the vehicle, there are 2 really handy ways of opening this rear tailgate. Separate button here will allow the windscreen to pop open, and you can easily access the boot if you need to, or pop things on the parcel shelf, which by the way won't move if you open the whole tailgate, as I'll show you now. Separate button below the number plate, open it up, and there you go. There's a very handy strap here as well, so you can pull it down if you need to, if you've got someone who's not as tall or needs a bit of extra assistance in closing this boot again. As you can see, plenty of boot space, and as we talked about, these seats can all slide forwards and backwards, you can fold them down, or remove them all together, depending on how much space you need back here. We've also got handy boot torch, which can be removed altogether, and you can use that as you need to. And then, as you'll see on the rear bumper, we've got rear parking sensors here, available in all of them. And then standard on the Flare model, we have our reversing camera to give you some extra aids as well. Under the bonnet, we have our Euro 6.2 compliant, award-winning Blue HDI diesel engines. Available in two different capacities, 1.6 litre or 2 litres, and varying levels of horsepower depending on how much you may need. The higher horsepower, for example, ideal for towing. You've also got two different transmissions available, a manual transmission with a 6-speed gearbox, or you've got our 6 or 8-speed fully automatic EAT transmission, which gives you the semi-automatic paddle shift option that we looked at earlier. Very smooth to drive, and it's a lovely experience indeed. That's been our in-depth look at the Citroen SpaceTourer. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you'd like to find out more about the car, then come and take a closer look in our showroom. You can take one for a test drive, find out more about its versatility, have a closer look at the options and price listings, or anything else you want to know about the car. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Pete here at WR Davies Citroen in Stafford, and we'll see you again very soon.